Pikachu.
Look, I'm just going to come out and say it. Pidgeys, pidgeottos, and pidgeots are not Pokemon. They're just regular birds that get bigger as they grow older. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that their hair gets longer too. But who cares? So does my hair. I went through a grunge phase in the 90s just like everyone else. So, does that make me a Pokemon? What exactly constitutes a Pokemon? I asked around the Pokemon Center in my neighborhood and they couldn't give me a straight answer. But this led me to a startling and baseless theory of my own. Perhaps Pidgey's inclusion in the Pokédex was merely a clerical error. I couldn't believe that it's taken me this long to realize it. It makes too much sense to not be the truth. These so-called Pokemon experts and researchers made a mistake, but instead of owning up to it, they decided to sweep it under the proverbial rug, just to save their professional careers like the cowards they are. I don't want regular animals included in the pantheon of Pokemon. Regular animals are pathetic and stupid. Pokemon on the other hand, are majestic creatures with mysterious powers. All Pidgeys can do is create joyful breezes with their wings. They're just glorified ceiling fans with beaks. I believe it's time we stormed City Hall and demanded these pencil pushers strip Pidgey's status as Pokemon. It just isn't fair to any true Pokemon and Pokemon hopefuls. And if they're going to identify any dumb animal as Pokemon, why not me? I know how to tackle. I can also grab a handful of sand and throw it at someone's face. In fact, I do that whenever my neighbor Tom comes over to borrow my lawnmower. I also know how to sing. The local karaoke bar I frequent has Kenny Loggins night every Thursday. I can also karate chop, double slap, cut, double kick, jump kick, body slam, surf, dig, lick, glare and headbutt any Pokemon should a trainer tell me to do so. In fact, I am not limited to just 4 moves like the rest of the Pokemon, which should earn me the legendary Pokemon title. The more I talk about this, the more I realize how much I've wanted to be a Pokemon ever since I was a child. They get to eat delicious poffins and fight all day, but my parents forbade me to pursue my dream because it was stupid. And since the guidelines for being a Pokemon seems rather arbitrary, I will now take this chance to get my own entry in the Pokédex. I'm Jonathan Taylor Thomas the Tank Engine and this has been another episode of Pokemon Phax. Stay tuned for more factual Pokemon facts. Have a wonderful Pokemon day.